Hello, everybody. I am Ashley, or you can call me Miss Ash Rocks. I am Tiltify's community manager, and we are spending this week spotlighting the amazing FeralWife, aka Allie. She goes by she, her pronouns, and I wanted to talk to her about all her fundraising efforts that she has done with Tiltify and talk about her content creation journey. So let's start off with that. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Allie, and your community.
Sure. I'm first of all, thank you for having me. It's an honor to be
Yes,
here.
no, it's an honor to
I
have
love
you.
you. Yes. As said, I am Allie Speed. Been in and around the internet for a while. On Twitch, I am FeralWife. But yeah, I got started, with internet shenanigans in 2009. I did daily vlogs on YouTube for a really long time.
Wow.
And then I did a lot of like travel content, and I had always like dabbled in gaming content. Like gaming had always been like a hobby of mine and something that I loved, and I did with my brother and with my family. But it was never something that I had focused a lot of my energy and time into. It was always just something kind of in the background, just like a common thread throughout my whole life. Um, but yeah, I did a lot of stuff on YouTube. And then in 2016, I was kind of feeling a little burnt out with it, and I wasn't sure I wanted to continue making the same type of content on the same platform. And my brother had been streaming on Twitch. And he just recommended to me to try it out. He was like, I know you've done live streaming before, like on Blog TV and Ustream and all those other, things that I don't even think are things anymore.
Right? Yeah.
But yeah, I loved having a really conversational format. I loved having, more regular conversation with my community and with my viewers and my audience, whatever you want to call it. So he recommended to start streaming on Twitch, and he said, just give it a shot. You might love it. And I did. And so I started streaming in 2016. So we are now almost, I think it's going to be our 5-year anniversary of streaming. Yeah. Like, well, streaming this month, but partnership will be next month because I got like fast tracked into partnership through like having
Wow.
other access on platforms and
Mhm.
things like that, because Twitch
Yeah,
kind of takes that stuff into account.
they
But yeah,
do.
it's been 5 years on Twitch.
5 years? That is amazing. Oh,
It's been so
it's so
fun.
nice to learn more about your background as a content creator. So, thank you so
Yeah,
much for sharing that with us.
of
So,
course.
it's coming up on 5 years. Right now in 2021, June, we're in June. Yes.
I know. I'm
Are
like,
you
hold on.
Yeah. I'm like, "Wait, no, not July yet." Are you still doing recorded content right now, or do you plan
Not
to again?
Not usually. Yeah. So what I did recently was I made like another YouTube channel to basically just act as sort of archives and like storage for
Mhm.
VODs or highlights or clips or anything that we wanted to keep
Mhm.
around for a while from Twitch. But I'm not really doing any scripted content these days, not doing anything super hardcore like that, and nothing like I used to do, certainly. But I have been diving into TikTok a little bit more recently, which has been quite an adventure. I'm working with someone who I really love. I have a really cool, really amazing editor who we share an equally absurd and ridiculous sense of humor. So it's been really fun working with him and his team. And
What do
yeah,
you
it's been really good.
Yeah, what content do you have on TikTok? Is it, stream highlights or a little bit of everything?
Yeah, I've done a couple more random, like, hashtag 3 a.m. thoughts TikToks that like no one should ever be forced to watch, but I put them out there anyway. And then I've done a couple of, more polished edits, just kind of goofs, little memes, and crazy moments from stream here and there. So it's been good.
Wow, that's so funny because your streams are hilarious and your
Thank you.
community, they know how to meme you. So
They
they do
do. They do. We
they
have a
do a
very
great job
interesting
at that.
dynamic. Yes.
Let's talk about your community. Community
Of
name is
course.
FeralFam, yeah?
It is the FeralFam. Yes.
I want you to talk about your experience of community building on Twitch
Sure.
and
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, of course. So, as said, since I had a background in doing internet stuff, content creation
Mhm.
before, I had always had a good rapport with people. I really enjoyed, whenever I would post a video, I liked to spend a reasonable amount of time reading and answering comments, especially those who were, there right away. It's really cool for people to, dedicate some of their time to consuming my content, to watching the stuff that I'm creating.
Yeah.
So, I had like a good conversation going with a few people here and there. I got to know a few members of my YouTube community, but nothing really compares to that live interaction, that like direct conversation. It's
Yes.
I did a panel a long time ago talking about YouTube versus Twitch, and the way I described it then, and I still think it holds true even now, is sort of like YouTube was sort of like having a pen pal, and that was lovely, and it was great to get to know people. But,
Yeah.
I mean, Twitch is like you're on the phone or you're in person, you're talking directly to them. It's a constantly evolving, ongoing conversation with people, and you have regulars, and you get to know people's lives, and you become friends with people. And I mean, it's been such a cool experience for me, getting to know a bunch of folks on the internet who are, a stone cold pack of weirdos, and just like me and my IRL friends. And it's just been truly like such a blessing to be able to spend time with such like thoughtful, kind, empathetic, just like loving and generous people. And I've also gotten to meet so many amazing creators through the process of, just community sharing and community building on Twitch, like you. I think I found you through Askesian. I think I found you through
Yep.
Libby. I think I
Mhm.
actually found you during a charity stream
Yes.
in 2020. I'm pretty sure you were
Yes.
fundraising, and my
Mhm.
friend tweeted about you, and I was like, "Who's this cool human?" Like, I trust, like, by proxy, cool humans.
Yes,
Like, Libby is a
exactly.
very amazing person, so I was like, I
Mhm.
will trust what she says. And that's how I found you. And like I've just come to know such amazing and interesting people from all walks of life, from all over the world, with all kinds of interests. And like you just can't get that, with other stuff. It's
Yeah,
really
you
unique.
can't. I am a big fan of live content because I creators are very expressive and you want that
Hmm.
you want that immediate experience with your
Yeah,
favorite streamer right then and there. And it's so exhilarating. I love the feeling of just being a part of a community live and you really have that deep relationship. And it's
absolutely.
I swear every day I have, a schedule. I'm like, oh, my friend goes live at this time. And it feels like family time, you're all
It
talking,
does.
playing games. I love that feeling. And your
Absolutely.
community is absolutely stunning. And I'm so happy we
Thank
get
you.
to highlight you and your community. They are great, great bundle of humans. It
They
doesn't get
are.
better than that. You have
They
done a
really
great
are.
job of building FeralFam, and they love you and they support you, and that's amazing. And I
Oh,
can't wait to
thank
see
you.
everything you do in the future because it doesn't stop here.
That's
Um,
right.
and talking about your community being amazing, we just saw your fundraiser for Save the Children this
Yes.
month, and you
Hmm.
raised $10,000, over $10,000.
We did.
How was
Hmm.
that experience for you?
It's I'm gonna keep it together. It's totally surreal. A lot of the time that I spend talking, kind of referencing community building and stuff like that. A lot of the time, people come into chat and they like to talk about how the stream is something for them to do and something to focus on, and it brings them happiness. And I feel like I am perpetually reminding them that it like does the absolute same for me,
Mhm.
and that the community wouldn't be what it is without every single person that is willing to give some of their precious time and energy every day to coming in and having conversations and checking in on one another. And it doesn't even stop there. It continues in the Discord,
Mhm.
and on Twitter, and there are little splinter communities and new streams popping up all the time. And like I'm constantly blown away by the support that people are willing to show, both financially and otherwise. And yeah, this last
Mhm.
campaign was one that I kind of did. I've done work with Save the Children before, but I actually kind of like, didn't preface this one as well as I had done other campaigns. And I was like, oh, like, no pressure, guys. Like our goal was $5,000. That was our original plan. It was a 5-day campaign, and I was like, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do the best we can.
Yeah.
Um, and my community was like, "You're kidding, right?" Like they were like, "You don't know us by now that like
Yeah.
that's weak sauce. Like, come on, like we're gonna do this." And I'm pretty sure like I think in the first hour they raised like $2,000, and I was like, "All right, I guess this is how this is gonna go."
They told you, didn't they?
They did, and it's so funny because they always tell me like we're absolutely down to support this stuff, and I think it's about like a mutual trust. I mean, I would never promote anything on stream that I didn't personally believe in and something that I didn't want to
Exactly.
support. And I know that they are, behind me in that, and they're trusting me, and I'm also trusting them to, do their own research, and I want to provide them all the resources. But they were just 100% on board, and they're always 100% on board. They always do the most. They always go above and beyond. And it's honestly one of the proudest things that I think has come from my experience of streaming. Like when I first started on Twitch, I knew people did fundraising, and I saw people doing these crazy huge fundraisers for St. Jude and all these other things. and to be honest, I was a little anxious to break into it. I didn't really know
Yeah,
how to
that
do it. And
happens.
yeah, and it's like, it's really intimidating. You see people doing all these amazing things. And I'm like, oh my God, how do we do this? How do we approach this? And like, honestly, the, the kindness and the generosity that my community and other communities have shown in these fundraisers and in these like charity drives is truly remarkable to me. And it really speaks to the power of community and,
Mhm.
how much you can accomplish with just a group of people who really give a crap. I mean, I'm trying
And
to
the
like censor
internet.
myself. It's like, and the internet.
Yep.
And it's like it makes me think about, I'm sorry, I'm like totally rambling. It makes me
No, you're
think about
fine.
people who, there's a little part of me, because I started doing this so long ago. There's a small
Mm.
part of me I'm protective, I'm defensive of my internet BBs, you know what I mean?
Yes.
And there are people that I think they either, for lack of just exposure or understanding, or because they're just stubborn, they are disinclined to see the impact and the potential of things like Twitch. And I
Mhm.
think people are looking for proof that it's important and valuable. And I'm like, what better proof than the fact that literally millions of dollars have been raised by
Mhm.
people playing video games and having like friendship time in their
Yep.
rooms by themselves. I mean, the power that these people that are doing these fundraising efforts, with the help of platforms like Tiltify and services like Tiltify, it's what more proof do you need that the internet, specifically Twitch, and that gaming communities can really go above and beyond and do something much
Yeah.
bigger and better than you could ever imagine.
And gaming alone has done a lot, but we
Oh
can
yeah.
also think about just cooking streams, workout
Oh
streams.
yeah.
They have all raised so much money. And
Yes.
VTubers are, oh my gosh, VTubers are really knocking it out of the
It's
park now.
amazing. It's amazing. And that makes me feel
Amazing.
like a boomer. I'm like, "Oh, this is new technology. This is stuff I don't understand." But it's incredible. And people are finding new and creative ways all the time to engage and build
Mhm.
community and interact. And like, it's so heartwarming and so awesome to see people take what they've built and do something even more with it. I think that's the thing that really for me has been the driving force behind continuing to make
Yeah.
content on this platform and continuing to build a Twitch community, because I've just never seen anything like it. I've never experienced anything quite like that in my, whatever it is now, 12 years on the internet.
Yeah.
It's a powerful place, and it's a really cool place to be.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just really want to give your community a big ol' internet hug for
Oh
supporting
yeah.
Save the Children
I
and all
can't
the other
gas them up
causes.
enough. I'm
Yeah,
so
we
proud of
can,
them.
huh? Doing
Oh
amazing
God.
things. Like, I know you said you worked with Save the Children before as well last
Mhm.
year. Was there any
Mhm.
other causes that were your favorite fundraisers to do with your community?
Oh, we do. So we did a few. I actually pulled up my Tiltify, my campaign list, because I was like, I
Mhm.
want to see these and I want to actually have the amounts. And I'm seeing a lot of 69s. I'm seeing a lot of 420s here in our donation total amounts, and I'm really unsurprised. And that's the thing. That to me, like, that's the whole thing in a nutshell. Is like, we're raising money for kids and we're like changing lives, but also we're freaking memers in the process. I'm like, every single
You
one of
gotta
these
make it
campaigns is
fun.
basically 420 ends in
Yeah.
69. Like, oh my God. No, I think honestly, like the Save the Children work, excuse me, has been really fulfilling. And I think we've done 5 campaigns with them now. But we
Wow.
also did we did, and I can't remember if this was an impromptu fundraiser, if there was, I'm trying to remember what led to this, but we did a fundraiser for the Equal Justice Initiative. And that was really amazing as well. And I think part of what I really love and appreciate about what Tiltify has allowed me to do is not only, be able to financially give some support to campaigns and causes and issues that I personally care about, but it's also opened the doors for a lot of really important conversation. I mean,
Yeah.
2020 was a really difficult year for a lot of people. There was a lot
Mhm.
going on.
A lot.
Um, so much going on. Um, and I think it has, allowed a lot of doors to be opened that were previously, not just shut, but locked. And I think that it's been really good to be able to open those lines of communication and talk about things that are not always easy to talk about, but are
Yeah.
incredibly important to talk about. And I think that the way that Tiltify has uh, sort of added the ability to not only fundraise, but also show support by, simply having somebody share links or do whatever. It
Yeah,
doesn't necessarily have to be financial because not everybody can necessarily afford to monetarily
exactly.
provide support to everything that they care about. And I understand that. Um, but Tiltify has just given so many tools and so much access to people, and beyond doing individual campaigns, being able to do group campaigns and
Mm-hmm.
things like that. So I'm just really uh, I'm very pleasantly surprised by the way that both my community and also I think just kind of the Twitch community as a whole has really just taken this up and taken responsibility for so many things, and said, how can we help, what can we do?
That's so kind. Everything you said just made me want to cry.
Oh, I said I
I
wasn't going to. I was like, I'm not gonna
I
cry today. I'm
we're
gonna
not. We
keep
have
it
our
together.
makeup on.
That's right. I got to stream after this. I can't be having mascara running down my face. Like,
Tiltify has changed our lives in so many ways, especially mine.
absolutely.
Just having
I want
these
to know about your
causes.
journey with them. Like, I want to know about you. Are we allowed to talk about that? I want
My
to.
journey,
Yeah.
we real briefly, my first fundraiser was with uh Team Sin Squad before with Meg Kaylee. That was my first
Yes.
fundraisers with St. Jude. And I was like, wow, I can do stuff like this because my mom has always taught me to give back when I can and help those
Hmm.
in need. And that's literally in my blood. So, ever since that first fundraiser, I was crying so much. We hit our goal. My goal was 200. We hit 1,000.
Oh
And,
my God.
ever since that
That's
fundraiser,
unreal.
my life has changed. And I
That's
have
unreal.
been, it's such a privilege to be able to support my favorite causes and everything that I stand for with
Yes.
a platform. And I'm
Absolutely.
sure you can relate, it's amazing. And I want to cry every time I think about Tiltify. And I'm just honored that I get to work with them and I get to do community work, which is what I'm all about. And that's why we're
Mhm.
here today.
It's so I
That's why we're
honestly,
here
when you
today.
said, I was like, that is literally so perfect for you. And like it's so how awesome that, like, not only, as you said, it's something that's part of your like lifeblood. It's something that is
Mm-hmm.
instilled in you so deeply. Like, what a
Mm-hmm.
cool and fulfilling thing. And also like how
So
perfect that
fulfilling.
you are such a like sweet and outgoing and like easy to talk to person. Like, it's literally the most perfect thing. Like, that you are like,
Thank you.
community with Tiltify. That's so awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you, Allie. Thank you, thank you.
Of
And we're
course.
so happy to have you a part of our community and doing the dang thing, okay,
Yeah.
with all these amazing causes. We're so happy. So happy to talk with you today. And thank you so much for sharing everything about your journey, your
Yeah, of course.
amazing community, and, sharing all the love about your favorite causes that you have supported. So,
Yeah, absolutely. And I have to give a shout out again. I know we talked about this when you were in my chat
yeah.
recently. I have to say it though. I have to give a shout out to all of the overhauls, like whoever behind the scenes, whoever amazing coders, devs, UI,
Our
UX
dev team.
designers, everyone, whoever you geniuses, hats off, round of applause to you. The accessibility now to like different options for incentives, milestones, goals, overlays. I mean, like the whole modular overlay system, the update to that, and the ease of integration with things like Streamlabs and OBS, like it has made it so easy. I mean, that, as said, like when I first got into streaming and got into fundraising on stream, I had no freaking clue what I was doing. And Tiltify has like continually streamlined that process and continued to listen to feedback about certain
hmm
tools and improving things. And like it wouldn't be possible to do this work without the support and like the technical ability that Tiltify has given to
Yeah.
people for fundraising efforts. So I just have to do like a big
Thank
shout out to
you.
everyone who's worked on it because it's phenomenal. And I can't wait to see what else you guys come up with to make this an even more,
We're
wonderful process.
always
Yes.
working to make it better.
Yes. It's so
And
awesome.
of course, we have new things coming. So keep your
Ooh,
eyes peeled, y'all. Keep your eyes
exciting.
peeled. And thank you so much for that. Dev team will greatly appreciate that.
We
So
love
thank
you.
you, Dev team. We love you. Thank you for that, Allie. Thank you.
Of course.
The overlay system, out of this
It's so
world.
good. It's
Because,
so good.
usually you have to add different browser sources for every single thing. Nope. One link for all the good things, okay? And you can
Yep.
always easily edit it wherever you need to. And I
Hmm.
love that. I love it.
I
So
mean,
if you,
down to the colors, like down to
yeah,
the making
uh-huh.
hex codes specific to your channel colors. Like, oh my
Mm-hmm.
God. So good.
Yes. And if you are wondering about the new overlay system, we do have a video on our YouTube for our new features. So make sure you go check that out. It will be down below in the description as well. So let's close out. Thank you so much, FeralWife,
Of
aka
course.
Allie. First off, where can we find you on socials?
On Twitter and Instagram, I'm just at Allie Speed, all lowercase, no spaces, no other characters. YouTube, you can find me at /Allie, or my other channel for VODs is FeralWife. And then obviously on Twitch, I am FeralWife.
There you go.
That's me.
And it is Allie, Alli. And we'll have
Yes.
it down below as well. So thank you for allowing us to spotlight you and your community efforts today. And again, I am Ashley, or Miss Ashrocks, Tiltify's community manager, and we are out. Bye.
Hi, everyone.